From the city of brotherly love and Citizens Bank Park, today the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Along with my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the brooms to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. And on the mound for Philadelphia in this one, Jesus Luzardo. Singy, he's a guy that can rack up a lot of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boog, this is a guy that struck out over 200 batters just a year ago. So he's definitely one of those guys that's got ridiculous swing and miss stuff. Hitters have to make a decision early, and that causes them to many times guess wrong and end up missing the baseball. But when you got a guy that's taking the mound that has the ability to send guys walking back to the dugout, it can be pretty fun to watch, and hopefully that's what we'll see in this one.
Foul ball there. Got him. One gone here. And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Corey Seager, batting with one down, takes a strike. And the 0-1. Way out front for strike two.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge, just changing planes, and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
Strike three, and that's two in a row.
No, just excellent location on that inside fastball, really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with two strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Here's Brandon Nimmo.
Hey!
Two down, nobody on. There's a strike. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. And now it's the Phillies' turn. No score. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. And on the mound for Texas in this one, Mackenzie Gore. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Here's Trey Turner. Now a rip into left center. Langford makes his way towards it. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And it's a double to start the bottom of the first.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Nice line drive to the full side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up. 2 for 8 in the series so far. Pickoff move to second. And Turner's back in. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the 3rd and final game of the series. Swings through that one for strike 2. Got him swinging for the K. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away. Okay, let's check out the lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
Here's Harper now with 3 hits on the series, and one of them a homer. First pitch misses. Runner at second here, 1 gone. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And a strike. Man at second. Off the mark there. And that's ball 2. Out to short. Gathered in by Seager. Throw to first. And now 2 gone.
Batting for the 3rd baseman, Alec.
And here comes Alec Bohm. Hitless in the first 2 games of the series. He's 0 for 8. Up the middle. Base hit. Flying around third is Turner. The throw is wild and it gets away.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged over to start the season and get into a slump.
In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi. And that one pulled foul. Bohm leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that one fouled off. That's out to center field. And that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. 1 inning in the books here. You're watching Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Back here in Philadelphia, we move ahead to the top of the 2nd now. Jake Berger stepping in for the Rangers. Fought off foul. Luzardo making his first start of the year. And he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2016. make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below, and some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Here's Josh Young.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
Strike 2.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
You know, the danger with the slider is leaving it out over the heart of the plate and getting contact on it. If you're going to miss, you want to miss towards the corners, not in the middle. Right there, he does a great job with hard break at the end. He ran it inside. Very difficult to do anything when you're tied up like that as a hitter.
Josh Smith in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. Nothing doing for the Rangers. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back at Citizens Bank Park, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Edmundo Sosa stands in for the Phillies. Swing and a miss.
That's a ball.
Boog, our man Daryl Parker, DP, at home plate for this one. Pretty average size strike zone, but the book on him is that it sort of moves around. You can't always count on how he's going to call it from game to game.
That's in there at the knees, and it's strike 2. Yeah, he's one of those umpires that I have to see make his call on a borderline pitch before I start making my call. Like you said, it's not always predictable. That one way inside. This to center field. That one gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
It'll bring up JT Realmuto. 2 for 6 so far in the series. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. And that one fouled off. Fastball is outside. Step off, throw to first. Sosa back on a dive. Battling here as he fouls it away. Sosa on at first, nobody out. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
One out man at first. Now the left fielder, Otto Kemp. Ground ball could be two. One at second, and that's two. One hit in the inning. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
Danny Jensen.
This one in the air, center field. Crawford has a beat on it. He's got it, and there's one down.
Batting in, the designated hitter, Andrew.
Now here's Andrew McCutchen.
Nope.
Swings through that one for strike one. And that is out of play. Here's a 1-2. Stays alive. And he grounds one to the right side. It's through for a hit. And the tying run is on base.
Batting up.
Here's the center fielder, Evan Carter. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass, looking for the sac bunt.
Ball one.
Feels like the fastball is catching them off guard at times. They've watched several go by for strikes, and they're still not attacking them for some reason.
Late with the swing there.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Swings through it for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7. So the Rangers batting order turns over. Wyatt Langford will hit next. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a foul straight back. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Phillies 1 and the Rangers 0. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Set for the bottom of the 3rd, and now for the Phillies, Justin Crawford. Line drive. 1 down.
The batter number 7. Shortstop.
Trey Turner at the plate. First time up, he led off the bottom of the 1st with a double and then scored.
Aye.
In the air out to center. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And there's 2 down. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Struck out swinging his first time. Hammered down the right side, but foul.
Well, that's wrong. Hard for free agency in 2025.
Got the bat going too soon.
Incidentally, the stats for Justin Crawford, he had 3 hits in yesterday's game, so I guess that's a glitch.
By the time it gets there, it's out of the swing plane.
Chop back up the middle. Whips it to first. Schwarber out on the play. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. But they still lead it 1-0. Welcome back. And struggles at the plate in this series as we take a look at the numbers. Fouled off left side.
Well, these Rangers just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They've gone down on strikes at a high rate today, so it's probably time to simplify the approach and just find ways to put the ball in play.
Swings through that one. Just misses. And a count 1-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 1-2. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, he's showing some pretty dominating stuff out there in this one, not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. You know, all of the strikeouts, they just kind of speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence in your abilities to truly go right after opposing batters.
Nimmo, batting with 1 down, takes a strike.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates, hitters aren't touched it.
And that just scraped the zone. The call is overturned. So they've still got both their challenges. Got him looking. Zone cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout.
Pretty electric stuff showing up on the mound right now. I mean, in the double-digit strikeouts, he should be able to rack up some more before he's done in this one. And there are not many of these hitters have had much of an answer for what he's offering out there.
That one fouled off. Two down, nobody on.
Ball. That's out.
That one
Ball
close,
free.
ruled a ball. 3-1 now. Ground ball
That ball's
right
foul.
side, but it kicks foul. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the 3rd time today. 1, 2, 3 go the Rangers. They're down. Back here in Philadelphia and digging in for Philadelphia, Bryce Harper. Little chopper rolls foul. The 0-1. Swinging a foul out of play. The 0-2. Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. In time to get him, one away in the strikeout.
That's that classic wipeout slider below the zone right there. Just nasty. Looks like a fastball thigh high that you got to protect the zone, and then it's just that late break that fools you and kind of makes you look silly.
Boom. In the box with one away as he takes ball one. That's to third. Slings it across, 2 away.
Up next for the Phillies, the right fielder.
At the plate, Adolis Garcia. He's 0 for 1. Now a screamer into the outfield. And makes the grab. And that'll do it. Nothing doing for the offense that time. We're headed to the 5th. It's the Phillies 1 and the Rangers nothing. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Ready now for the 5th inning. Josh Young stepping in for the Rangers.
Well, these Rangers just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. Just one base runner to this point, and it's not exactly early anymore. They have guys in this lineup capable of sparking something, but it just hasn't happened for them yet.
Here's a 1-1. Now one missed. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Two now. That one missing inside.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the leadoff walk.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And he hits a ground ball right side into the outfield, base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
The batter, number 8.
So next to hit for Texas, Josh Smith. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
Ball 1. Inside ball.
Just missed. Danny Jansen in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. That one finds the zone. 3 balls and a strike.
On this count, runner not known for his speed, but I think you got to put him in motion. Try to avoid a double play here, Bert.
Back to work. 3-2 now. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Went back to the sinker, and it was successful. Danny Jansen to hit here. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center.
He's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Got him swinging.
Oh, interesting. He's looking very comfortable out of the stretch after giving up the leadoff single. Back-to-back strikeouts, so they haven't been able to move that runner up, get him into scoring position, and try to have a better chance of scoring. I tell you, good job so far on the mound. He just needs one more out.
Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. Single to right in his first trip.
Well, this looks like it's going to be a wasted opportunity. It's frustrating when you get the leadoff man on, but you can't get him into scoring position. They're going to need a big knock. Try to put something up on the board.
Good eye at the plate. They'll overturn the call. Still 2 challenges left for them. High fly ball, right field. Garcia on the move to the alley. And that is that. Still nothing on the scoreboard for him after 5. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Bottom of the inning. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Edmundo Sosa.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
And he'll challenge that called strike. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. And there's a foul ball. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Pretty impressive. We haven't seen that pitch from him much, but he's got a really good feel when he throws it.
Here's a 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. And a 1-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Real Muto now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Out towards right center field. Carter in position. And there's 2 away. Otto Kemp stands in for the Phillies. He hit into a double play his first time up. That one hammered, but pulled foul. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Ripped, but it curls foul. Oh, 0-2 now. Ball 1 there. Swings and misses, struck him out. Phillies down in order. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. Carter stepping in for the Rangers. To third. Boom. Throws to first in time. And that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Next for the Rangers, the left fielder, Wyatt Langford.
Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers. Who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And that skips in the dirt. Hey! This one in the air, center field. Crawford settles under it. Takes it in for the out.
The batter, number 5.
Seager stands in now. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. In there with ease. Strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And a big swing and a miss. Got him swinging. And the whiffs just keep on coming. He's up to 14 now. So another good inning for him on the mound. 6 shutout innings now. You're watching Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Back here in Philadelphia and digging in for Philadelphia, Justin Crawford. Lined in the left center. Should be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
He was all over that one. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's Turner now, 1 for 2. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. Next one misses, and that's ball 1. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Swings through that one out in front that time. On the ground to the left. Seager. To first, but it pulls him off the bag. And now Kyle Schwarber steps up in a critical moment.
That's outside.
Crawford, the lead runner out at second. Turner on at first with nobody out. That's ripped. Base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. 1 run is in. Runner stops at third, and they're at the corners with nobody out.
Comes through with the RBI. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Here comes the always dangerous Bryce Harper in a big situation.
Ball.
In for a strike, and the count even 1-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jacob Latz, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Beeks also getting ready. Runners on the corners, no outs.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Here's Harper. The count 2-1. Fouls one off out of play. Back to our left. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Waves at the bender for the strikeout. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. And now it's Alec Bohm.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Pulls that one foul. Runners are at the corners. 1 away.
2-1 the count now. He hasn't seen a fastball yet, but you've got to be ready to hit one because you doubt the pitcher wants this to go to a 3-1 count.
Foul ball there. Two on, one out. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
I got to think that was the plan all the way. He set him up with a high fastball and then bury that curveball down low to get him swinging. Now, especially with how effective pitchers work up in the zone these days, that's a devastating combination.
Garcia up to bat next. Lays off for a ball. Two on, two outs. And a foul ball. Swing and a pop-up. Seager should have this one. And he makes the catch. And that is that. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. We're through 6 full. This is Phillies baseball on the show Northeast. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Nimmo leading things off and takes a strike.
So important to get ahead of these hitters. You don't want to issue a free pass and allow that tying run to come to the plate. Always want to keep that other team in a position where if they're going to beat you, they're going to have to do it with multiple hits.
Goes down looking. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. And now it's Jake Berger to hit. On the ground. Gets it to first. And 2 away to start the 7th.
Up next for the Rangers, the third baseman, number 6, Josh.
Next up for Texas, Josh Young.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. Next to hit, Josh Smith.
Hey!
Tying run at the plate.
Ball.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Ground ball left side. Over to Sosa. Inning over. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. You're dialed into the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jacob Latz. He's making his 2nd appearance of the season. Sosa leading things off and takes a strike. Foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. Next pitch is outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Well, that high four-seam fastball has become such a great pitch for pitchers to finish hitters off. They're trying to stay back with 2 strikes, make sure that they can handle something off speed, and just with good spin rate, good rotation through the zone, elevate it a little bit, get a lot of swings and misses, and that's a really nice job right there.
Fouled off left side. The 0-1. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Got him. 2 gone after the strikeout.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
And that one hammered, carrying well. And it one-hops the wall. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Up next for the Phillies.
Challenged him with the fastball right in the heart of the zone, and he was clearly ready to jump all over it.
So runner at second, 2 down. Justin Crawford stands in for the Phillies.
Ball inside.
Man on second, 2 down. Swing, and he popped it up. Seager gets under it. And that's the 3rd out. Phillies strand 1.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Kyle Backus.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
The 1-0.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
Just
Nope,
missed.
that's down.
Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if he'll walk you.
Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
The 3-1. There's a swing and a miss. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. struck him out swinging. They didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
And now it's Andrew McCutchen.
Hey!
The 0-1. Just missed. Backus, a tall lefty, 185 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. The 1-1. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. 2 down.
Up next for the Rangers.
2 down, base is empty. Up next for the Rangers, Evan Carter. Yeah, that's fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Gets a piece and stays alive. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That's the 3rd out. Rangers go down quickly there. They're still down. It's 2-0. Bottom of the 8th. And here's the Phillies leadoff man, Trey Turner. In the air to left center. Carter on the move. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out. So now here's the DH, Kyle Schwarber. And first offering is fouled off. Gets him to chase after that one. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. 2 outs, base is empty. Now here is Bryce Harper. 0 for 3 in this one. That's off the inside corner. Ball 1. And a foul ball. Pitch misses there. Ball 2. Down, nobody on. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And Harper down on strikes. Down quick. All set to start the 9th in this one. And now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Wyatt Langford.
It's good speed at the top of the order here. You want to get it on, see if you can get a stolen base, maybe get around the bases and pick up a run.
Here comes the closer here in the ninth, Joan Duran. He comes in with a chance for his second save of the season.
Nope. Ball one.
Down the middle for a strike. And now it's even 1-1. That one at triple digits.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
Swing and a miss. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Oh, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series. So no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
Here's Corey Seager. Swings through that. And a swing and a miss.
Right, doubled up on the off speed there. We talked about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Struck him out looking. Now only 1 out remaining. Seager wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. So they'll lose their first.
Damn right it was.
So they're down to their final out. Brandon Nimmo stepping in for the Rangers.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
They're down to their final strike. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Great pitchers doing in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game. And for these pitchers, it really came down to a few key at-bats. This was a fun one to watch.
2-0 your final here in this one. The Phillies hang on to win it. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
All right, so if you're one person watching, if you're watching this after today, I'm actually going to play franchise mode instead of playing the daily rosters. And just played today's game. Obviously, it turned out a lot better than the actual game turned out. Luzardo in this game had 14 strikeouts. So we'll see the graphic in a minute, I think. He gets the win. Duran gets the save. Yeah. 15 strikeouts. I stand corrected. So he had a lot better game today than he did on here than he did in real life, sadly. But anyway, I'm going to be, as time permits, I'm going to play each game in this franchise, just keep along with the Philly season. So, get out of here. So in my franchise, just swept the Rangers out. And then tomorrow, I believe the Nationals are coming in for 3. Yeah. In March into April. I believe it will be Taijuan Walker, yes, getting the start tomorrow, as he was slated to anyway. And then it will be, well, in Philadelphia on the 31st, it'll be 84 degrees, so it'll feel like a summer day. So perfect day for the the elusive regular season debut of Andrew Painter, who came back from Tommy John surgery. So it's going to be interesting to see how he does actually over at the bank on Tuesday night, and how he does here. I have yet to use him. I kind of went through the preseason. I didn't play the preseason. I just started with franchise in the regular season. So it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. Taijuan Walker, well, that's Taijuan Walker, and I believe right now he's just placeholding until Wheels gets back, which should be, as he's going right now, he just had a rehab start in Lehigh Valley. So he should, I'm going to guess, probably be back before the end of April. I would say mid-April, if I'm guessing. Just hope he doesn't come back too soon. So, let's see. On to the next one. So into April, we got Washington, and then they hit the road for 3 in Colorado, 3 in Frisco, and then the following weekend back home for another 6-game, 7, 8, 9-game homestand. Nice. Looks like they're spending Easter Sunday in Colorado. Interesting. So, yeah. So that's what I'm going to do from here on out. And usually I played the daily games that use the actual, it's a regular mode. I'm just going to play the franchise mode, and I've actually adjusted it so where I can, if they're injured, which Wheels is, I put him and Kirkering on the 15-day disabled list or injured list, whatever the hell they call it now. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. And I guess we'll do something tomorrow. As you see, Jesus Luzardo, wow, 15 Ks today. Nice. Let's advance to the next day. There we go. So one of our division rivals, the Washington Nationals, come to town with Taijuan Walker on the hill. So far, we're cruising undefeated, 3-0 in this young season, and we'll see how it works tomorrow. I'll try to jump back on and do another live game if time permits. If not, whenever I can, I will. So for those of you who watched, appreciate it, and we'll catch you on the next game.